It's the place you go when you finish your show. We're your two best friends. Our names are Max and Ben. We're self-proclaimed television experts. It's Reality Alert. And welcome to our recap of Too Hot to Handle All-Stars.
Feels like that, doesn't it?
It does feel like it.
Ew. That's okay. Look, Perfect Match Season 1, we had some Too Hot to Handle people that we didn't think were going to be good. They ended up being the best part of the show. So,
No, a lot of these people we're going to talk about, and I'm going to be like, I don't know why they were cast. They were boring. They didn't do anything. But on a lot of reality shows, we get to all-star seasons and we go, why was this person cast? The first time around, they didn't have an edit. And then the second time around, they're like dynamite. So sometimes casting knows these people better than we do, and they bring something to the table. But
trust in casting. Trust.
Yeah, well, we might as well, because otherwise all we have to say is they were boring.
Yes.
But we also have a lot of really dynamite people here who I
can't
am
picture anyone being boring on Perfect Match except for Dom. So
no, I guess. Well, lots of tears, lots of crying.
Lots of crying, lots of sleeping.
We do have some very exciting people. I mean, we have the biggest flirt. He was voted Netflix.
We got the style icon too.
The style icon and the most quotable person, Jess.
For those who didn't see, Netflix put out a lot of fan polls over the past couple of weeks where you could vote on certain superlatives. And yes, Jess from Love Is Blind won 2 different categories, right? Style icon, and then what was the other one?
Most quotable.
Most quotable.
Because I have so many quotes from her. EpiPen is a quote from her.
Sure.
EpiPen,
right?
Is one.
Can't think of her style.
Dresses and athleisure.
Yes. Okay. Okay, but yes, Jess was a winner.
Harry was biggest flirt.
Harry was biggest flirt.
Which after we talk about him, we're gonna have to agree with. I'm gonna have to say that is a definite for me about Harry.
Apologies to Nick Ulenhoot, friend of the pod. Did not squeak that one out. In fact,
no,
he got blown out by Jowsey.
Yeah,
that's okay. It's hard to beat Harry Jowsey.
He's the man.
Jowsey may not have gotten the votes for Dancing with the Stars, but you better believe he got the votes for Netflix superlatives.
He did. And I just want to say it's the Netflix NRU superlatives. It's the Netflix reality universe. It's competing.
That's cool.
We're calling it that now with the MCU. It's the NRU.
Wow.
So
we're gonna have to do an episode comparing NRU and MCU.
Yeah, to the MCU to do the whole.
Which one's Captain America?
Yeah, we're gonna do the whole thing. Do a mashup
because MCU is still super popular.
It's relevant.
Who's Hulk?
So let's start just breaking down the cast, shall we? Because we have a lot to get to today. I don't have the total count of the cast members, but I think it's over 100. There's over 100 cast members.
Yes, that's very cool.
So we're gonna
it's like Squid Game. The model worked. So
we're gonna go through all 465 cast members of Perfect Match season 2 right now.
So sick. I love it.
Yeah, let's start with number.
The universe is endless. It really is.
Ashley says Hulk is Marvin from the Circle.
Yeah, I love that.
That's right, because he's a scientist.
Yes.
So he's Bruce Banner. Yes.
And then he always rips off his shirt.
Yeah,
when he spills chemicals on him. That's his genius.
And Hulk is the sexiest.
Do we have to? I think we have to do this episode.
Oh, right now.
Like right now. Yeah. Go through each one.
Yes.
And also the extended universe that extends to Disney Plus TV shows, all that. We're gonna have to do.
Yeah. Okay, but let's start breaking this down. Let's start with our guy, Harry Jowsey, mate. He's British, right? He's from England.
He's from England. We had a couple of contestants last season from England. Chloe, one of them. This season, we've got Harry Jowsey.
Harry Jowsey. Pretty sure he's from. He was a chimney sweep before he was on reality TV, and then he came across the pond, and he became a reality
No, he
TV
flew.
star.
I heard he flew across the pond with his parasol.
Yeah, he took a spoonful of sugar and then he pulled it out of a big bag, took some tap dancing penguins and came on over. It's weird. Some people on Instagram are saying he's Australian, not British, but I don't know about that. No. He told me God save the king. Wow, what a guy. Jowsey.
No, we sent him condolences when the Queen died.
Yeah,
So he can't
crumpets.
be
Condolence
Australian.
crumpets. No, he can't be.
Yeah. No.
So Harry Jowsey, he first came into our lives in Too Hot to Handle season 1, where him and Francesca fell in love and were the most interesting part of the season, besides Chloe and this guy Bryce, who on a boat and he tried to play keyboard and he couldn't sing. But Francesca and Harry were the ultimate rule breakers. They couldn't keep their hands off of each other. They were wild. He just had this wry, young, feisty energy about himself, and it launched him into stardom.
Yes.
You know?
Biggest star in America, bigger than Tom Cruise.
Yeah, he's the guy.
Yeah.
He's Harry Jowsey.
Page of every New York Times.
He's not a who, he's a them. Everyone, if you don't know who he is, where have you been? Because
under a rock.
He has now been on Netflix's reality games, The Floor is Lava, The Amazing Race Australia 7. He was eliminated 8th.
Well,
and
Amazing Race Australia, that's weird. That's kind of odd.
Yeah, why was he there?
Would you think Big Brother UK or something?
Or like The Amazing Race Great Britain?
Yeah, it's very strange.
Very strange. And Dancing with the Stars, he plays 6th out of 14th.
He got 6th, huh? That's pretty good.
He's an incredible dancer. It had nothing to do with him having a large fan base. He's really good.
Okay.
And as a really good, I mean, he was just terrible. Really, really bad at dancing.
Yeah, I didn't see his Dancing with the Stars season.
And he was so good at dancing that he got invited to go on tour with the Dancing with the Stars.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow. So he was the one who was available, huh?
No, I mean, a bunch of people go. It's not just like him. Like they bring the celeb because like people, people go. And then he posts like when he was on tour, he would like post videos of himself doing dances with like the partner. He could not pick up the choreography. It was just always terrible. Like, Harry, like, I mean, get the bag, but why are you putting the videos? The guy cannot dance. It's fine.
Now, if it was a chimney dance,
yeah, if it was to Mary Poppins,
be a lot easier.
Yeah. Now, it's hard to talk about him because he now has a competing podcast with us,
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
On the Hello Daddy network.
Yeah.
One of our favorite podcasts.
Yes.
Hello Daddy.
Yep. We talk about Hello Daddy every day.
Yep. It comes from Barstool, originally one of our favorite networks.
Is it Barstool?
Well, it was originally Barstool Hello Daddy, and then she left. So we just love her, Mrs. Daddy, and very cool.
Cool guy. Very cool.
Yep. Anyway, let's talk about Harry Jowsey's dating history. This is according to NikkiSwift.com. It's Taylor Swift's sister, Nikki. So
is it really?
No.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't know anything about that.
So
she dates Travis Kelce. I know that.
So Harry Jowsey was engaged to Francesca Ferrego. We knew that. That didn't work out.
Oh.
He dated Madison from Too Hot to Handle season 1. Okay. Rumor has it that he dated / hooked up with Stassi Karanikau. I don't know how to say her name.
Oh my God, with Stassi?
With Stassi.
I don't know who that is.
It's Kylie Jenner's best friend.
Okay.
There are rumors that he hooked up with Larsa Pippen, but Larsa Pippen says that they're just friends.
Ooh,
No
wow.
one's just friends with Jowsey.
No. He's gonna be his mate? No way.
He claims that Julia Rose cheated on him. Now, Ben, you might say, I don't know who Julia Rose
I
is,
don't.
but you do.
Oh, okay.
Julia Rose was on Are You the One?
Oh.
She was very quiet on it. She was either on she's in the first, I forget which season she was in. She dated Jake Paul. Did she have his baby?
She
And
dated Jake Paul?
she was one of the women who at that Nationals game flashed. Do you remember when these women behind
Behind home plate or whatever?
home
Made
plate
national news? Yeah.
they made Nationals because they flashed? She was one of them.
That was, like, during the World Series or something.
Yes.
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 Gotcha.
Nicole says in the chat, wasn't there rumor about him and Khloe Kardashian too? I believe that he slid into Khloe's DMs, but I don't think anything came from it.
Who hasn't?
Who hasn't? Haven't we
Right.
all? Just to get some relevance.
Yeah. That's wild that her DMs
Um,
are open to everybody. It's crazy.
Yeah. He had a love triangle with Mia Francis, who is apparently an OnlyFans star, and Jake Paul. So he's just really trying to get up with the Paul brothers.
Yeah, he likes the Paul brothers.
He had an alleged fling with Tana Mojo. If you don't know Tana Mojo is a YouTuber who had a fake wedding with Jake Paul. So the connections to Jake Paul are getting really weird here.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah,
Tana Mojo has
it almost feels like clout chasing at this point.
You think? Not Harry. He's very
I mean,
authentic.
Mr. Beast built a career off of it, so
Not like this, though.
didn't Mr. Beast, when he was young, do a video where he said Jake Paul or Logan Paul, I don't remember which one, 10,000 times over? Like,
oh, yeah. They do stuff like this. Yeah, but this
Yeah.
is just weird because you're like dating people that they date.
Right. Yeah, just getting the seconds. Yeah.
This is very strange. We're gonna get back to the whole Georgia thing.
Okay.
And after Georgia, he made out with TikTok star Charlie Jordan. I don't know who that is.
That's over my head.
I know Charlie D'Amelio. She's
we're
like
not
the most famous TikTok star, but Charlie Jordan, I don't.
We're not Chugi though.
If we went to Charlie D'Amelio, she won Dancing with the Stars. You know, she's a legend. You know, Charlie Jordan. You know, I know Charlie bit my finger.
Is this Michael Jordan's daughter?
Yeah, it's Michael Jordan's daughter.
We got Larissa Pippen.
Larissa Pippen. This is another way he's clout chasing. He's making out with NBA players' daughters.
Sarah Stockton, Melissa Malone.
So, should we get into the whole Georgia thing?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
So, in case you somehow did not follow up with this, if you watch Perfect Match Season 1, Dom and Georgia from Perfect Match Season 1 infamously won, so infamously,
yes,
and got together at the end of the show.
They got a grand prize that they never got to use.
And the grand prize was, which has happened on 2 Netflix shows,
a vacation
to anywhere in the world. Tickets to anywhere in the world.
Paradise, even if
Paradise.
Yeah.
Well, apparently they got back to the States, but Georgia immediately went to record a podcast. And who did she record a podcast with? Jowsey. Oh no. And they immediately fell in love. Harry said they
sprinkled some chimney dust on her and she
just
immediately fell head over heels.
Yes. Harry says they slept together that way. She denies it. So they started dating immediately, and Dom was heartbroken about it.
Wow.
So I guess love isn't real.
Love is not real.
Yes.
Poor Dom. And what courage from Dom to come back for another season after that traumatic experience.
I know. So Harry and Georgia dated for maybe a year, a long time, but they broke up because he claims she cheated, but she denies it. So he's definitely the biggest flirt, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
He's probably going to go ask, everybody in the cast, like, What are your connections to the Paul brothers, like
Yes, I
Jake
was
or
just gonna say,
Logan? Like, are
yeah.
you familiar with Jake and Logan? Do you
What is
drink?
your YouTube subscriber count?
Do you like Prime energy drink? Like what is your
I think at the end of the day, he's just gonna find it. The biggest follower count is just gonna be the host. It's just gonna be Nick Lachey. So
Yeah.
he's gonna have to date Nick Lachey.
I don't think Nick Lachey has the biggest follower count. I think it's probably Harry Jowsey.
Really?
You
Wow.
think Nick Lachey has the biggest follower
I
count?
know. Do you include the 98 degrees page?
I don't think that. You think the 98 degrees
That
page?
probably doesn't either. Hold on, we gotta confirm this now. Hold on.
All right, Nick Lachey Instagram, 1 million followers. Harry Jowsey Instagram, let's see, 4 million followers.
Oh my
4.2. 98.
98 degrees has 200,000 followers.
Yeah, that's about what I expected.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I bet Harry has more than a lot of these people combined.
Wow. I assume he's getting paid more too then to be there.
Yeah, he's the biggest star by far.
Yeah, he's definitely getting a bigger check.
Yeah, I mean, Dancing with the Stars is not as big as it used to be, but it's a network show, so you get a lot of eyes on that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, and Too Hot to Handle people, especially the first season was really big. They usually get like 1 million followers, the bigger stars.
Right.
But let's move on. Let's get to season 2 of Too Hot to Handle. We're going to go through Too Hot to Handle, and let's get to Melinda.
Melinda.
Yes.
Now, Melinda is from 2 different shows.
Yeah. Yes.
In the NCU, I should say.
Yes. The NRU.
The NRU. I'm sorry.
It's not cinematic. It's reality. It's real.
Yes.
So Melinda, we'll start with Too Hot to Handle, but we'll also cover her other issues. That's really the more interesting part.
Yes.
So Melinda, I would say Melinda, she says she's a firecracker and she needs a guy to adore her. In her intro, she calls herself a predator. I don't know if you want to call yourself a predator.
No, not in this day and age.
I think that's a red flag. I wouldn't, especially if you want to find marriage material, would you want to introduce a predator to your family?
That's how you end up on a map online. You don't want to do that.
Don't we want to normally catch predators?
Yeah, typically.
Yeah, we don't want to be caught by them.
No. Not a good look already.
Wow. Wow,
especially given the second show that we're going to be talking about.
Yeah, wow. I think we have red flags in abundance.
There's red flags popping up all over the
place. Wow. And she says she's on the hunt. So she says she's a predator on the hunt.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
She is she is very funny. And she has a big, fiery, sassy personality. She was down to break the rules, and she ends up leaving the retreat with this guy Marvin, who won. He acts like he has growth, but we all know it's bullshit. But yeah, she was fun. Her relationship obviously doesn't work out. But the real interesting thing here is that she ends up being the host of another show with cast members from it on this season called Dated and Related.
That's right. Yep.
Ben, why? What's the problem with that? Do you want to explain? I mean, I know why, but
we got a host who's dating their former contestants. I don't know. How would you feel if Nick Lachey started dating contestants from Love Is Blind? It'd be a little weird, right? A little weird.
Well, especially if he was then on the show with them too.
Yes.
If he was like, I'm gonna enter Love Is Blind All-Stars with my former contestants.
Yeah. It's like dating your boss.
Well, it is dating your boss, kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Right. Well, Melinda gives out work, and they all have to do it. Right. And then she gets a paycheck at the end of the week.
It's like a workplace imbalance.
Yeah.
It's toxic.
It's toxic. It's predatory is what it is.
Well, I mean, she's a predator, so she said it. I mean, she said it, not us.
Yes.
It's really weird.
It'll be interesting to see if she goes on some dates with some of her former castmates from Dated and Related.
Well, I mean, I kind of hope she does. It'll be very, the dynamic will be sizzling.
Yes. She's gonna end up in handcuffs by the end of the show.
Now, I do think this is a good pivot for her because she wasn't good at hosting. Now,
Well, I don't think that
the
all falls
show.
on her. Yeah.
I was gonna say though, the show didn't give her a good
She
shot,
is
but
a good personality. The
no, her
writing and producing
personality
was
is
not great.
the show was not a good jumping point from her.
Look, we tried to cover it. We gave it like about 2 episodes total, I think.
Yeah, it was really
And
bad.
we couldn't make it any further.
No, I mean the show really stilted her. I don't even think she had room to like improvise.
No, that is not her fault. Not at all.
How do you know it's not her fault? Maybe she did improvise and it was bad. Maybe
Yeah.
she ruined the show.
Yeah. You think that Judd Apatow was directing and he
Yeah,
full improv.
there's hours and hours of tape.
We're gonna get that joke. We're gonna do
it. Season 3, we have Holly. Her nickname was Hurricane Holly. Her and Nathan had the most Nathan's not like on this show, but that was like her guy that season. They have the most rule breaks or not the most rule breaks, but the most valued rule breaks in history. They cost the cast $120,000, which is a lot because it's only like $250,000.
Yeah, you basically just cut it all in half. That's
awesome. Which is awesome. It's that like the only time the show is like good is when people are just Holly? Like, let me see. Yeah, that's Holly.
Okay, here we go. Let's get her on screen here.
Yeah, so she was just she's fun. She's down to break rules, which means that on Perfect Match, she'll be ready to mingle. And no, maybe she'll be like, I'm not gonna match with someone. I'm gonna break a rule. I don't care that you're gonna find me. I'll break this set piece. You know? She'll break the rules.
I like that. Rule breaker.
I don't care about the prize money. Yeah.
She could join Harry Jowsey's like tough British gang, and they causing trouble.
Yeah, match. It doesn't matter that I'm not British. I'm a rule breaker.
That's right.
But notably about Holly, she dated Scott Disick, who is Ben.
Hold on, he's a musical artist, right?
No. He's absolutely not.
Shit.
Scott Disick is a Keeping Up with the Kardashians star because he is the father of Kourtney Kardashian's 3 eldest children.
Okay.
And he dated Sophia Richie. Yeah, Ashley comments, "Oh my God, Ben."
I don't know the Kardashian universe.
Well, they are our royals, okay? It's like not knowing who Kate Middleton is.
Yeah. I actually do know.
She's a princess.
I know. She's got cancer.
Yeah, okay. Well, Scott Disick, he's Lord Disick. That's what he goes by, okay?
He does. He's a lord.
He calls himself Lord Disick, okay?
That's a musical artist.
And he still wants to stay in the family, even though that Kourtney just... had a child with. You know this one. You know who she married.
Who? Who?
Because we did a show called Celebrity Big.
Oh, was it Lamar Odom?
No, it was Travis Barker, because Travis Barker's ex, Shauna or whatever, was.
We didn't just do it. That was
that was only 3 years ago.
Look, my brain chooses to let in certain information, and it pushes us other things out. This is one of
This is so important.
I'm sorry. I'll issue an apology letter to all of our listeners. I apologize.
These people are gods. Anyway, so she dated Scott Disick briefly and it didn't work out. But so she's down to clown. Also from season 3, we get Steven. Steven.
Let's see.
He is a self-proclaimed bad boy and wild one who likes to break all the rules. He says he is, and I quote, homeless looking.
Hot.
But hot. Let's get to this picture of Steven, because he is not homeless looking. He is a model. So, and
Derelict.
yeah, but he doesn't. It's not even derelict. He just look at him.
There he is. Look at this guy. He's all tatted up. He's got
Well shaved.
He's got a dagger with a little butterfly on it. And he's got a Zeus.
I like his
And
millipede.
That's Poseidon. Then he's got, what is this? It's like a millipede. That's cool. And the millipede's like, we're going for his nipple, gonna try and snatch his nip.
Oh,
very good. Look, he's got this lady on the.
Hold on.
He's got this lady on the shoulder. That's.
He has a tattoo across his chest that says "Come sooner than you think." Is that just to be like
premature ejaculate?
Yeah, is that just to be like just so I didn't warn you?
Yeah.
I didn't warn. Just so you know.
This is why he likes to be on top during sex, so that he can give the warning sign.
Yeah.
You better hurry up.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Come sooner than you think. This is good. This is, I hope he keeps his shirt off on the show so all the ladies know,
They should know.
They should. It's you should, if you are a premature ejaculator, you need to legally inform other people of this.
You're looking for your perfect match.
Yes.
Okay, and your perfect match might take a long time to come. They might take too long to come.
Yeah, exactly.
Or they might come too soon.
We're looking for quick comers for this guy. Yeah. This should be a question on every day.
Everybody should have a tattoo like this. You should have your average come time tattooed on your forehead.
Yes. Yeah. You'll have like
all
the exact number of seconds, right? It'll be like 7 minutes 48.
Yes, the men and the women on this show should have it somewhere. If it's not tattooed, like they should wear it on their clothing.
Yeah. Do you think that could confuse people that it might be like a Bible verse, but really then they have to go, no, it's not a Bible verse. It's when I come.
It's my come time.
My come time.
It's my come proverb.
God. Okay. This is going off the rails. All right.
Is it? Okay. Season 4.
I'm just really worried about his nipple here. It looks like it's going to get bit by this.
It's symbolism. It's symbolism.
Yeah.
All right. Season 4. Dominique. I don't know, guys. She was
so it's not Dom. It's Dominique.
Dominique. It's a woman.
All right.
Season 4. So
Season 4.
Dominique, I don't really know what to say about Dominique because she is kind of with Nigel the first 2 episodes. Nigel is also on this season. She's with Nigel in the beginning. It's kind of like in Too Hot to Handle. This is what happens. Everybody comes in the show and they go like, I'm so horny. Oh my God, I'm on this show because, I'm addicted to sex and I need to fuck. And I come soon. I come soon and I need to come soon.
Yes.
And then that's fun. And then the show is like, if you have sex, you're a bad person. And then slowly,
it's a show that promotes abstinence.
It promotes abstinence and it slut shames people. So it's fun because people break. It's fun in the beginning because people break the rules, and then everybody goes, "How could you break the rules? You're a bad person." And everyone's like, "I was just horny. I'm sorry. I got a boner and I had to come quickly. I'm sorry. Oh no!" And they fight, and it's funny. Right. But then slowly, a lot of the times,
yes,
slowly but surely, everybody starts to be like, "Oh, I experienced growth and I realized that coming is bad," but this happens for people sometimes in like episodes 1 or 2. They're like, I want to not connect with other people so I can grow by myself. Or some people just don't connect with other people. So Dominique realizes, Nigel's kind of a player. I just want to experience self-growth. So she wants to take things more seriously, who she's hooking up with after episode 3. Yeah. So then she just vanishes from the show. And there's 7 more episodes of her and she's like not on it.
Wet dreams only from here on out.
So I don't even know what to say about her because after episode 3, she doesn't date anyone.
Okay, well, did she grow too much then is the question. Is
Well,
she going to be boring on Perfect
what
Match?
if she comes on and she's wearing a habit and she's a nun?
That could be. That's a
That
little
could be
scary.
good. That's probably the best case scenario at this point.
How do I know that that's just gonna turn Ari Jowsey on even more, though? Ari Jowsey's gonna look at it as a fucking, you know,
Challenge.
challenge here.
Well, it
Yeah,
just depends if she's a nun that has dated Logan Paul. That would be probably Jake Paul.
that was probably a YouTube video, that they did where they went to a habit and they tried to
Yeah.
fuck a nun. Yeah.
So we get Nigel. Nigel is also on season 4. As I said, he was with Dominique in the beginning. He is like a player. I don't know if he was ever actually that serious with Dominique. He comes in and he's like, I'm a player, and he gets rejected by 2 women early on a couple
Mhm.
times, maybe in episodes 1 or 2, and then he also vanishes from the show because he never is able to make a connection again. Maybe he would have
Oh,
broken more rules, though. It just doesn't work out for him. Like, he
okay.
just
So was he on the same season as Dominique?
yes, but it's
Okay.
not that, like, I don't think it's like he was unwilling to do things. He just never made a connection with anybody, and
Yeah.
then he hung around.
But
So
so we think it's probably likely Dominique would choose him if she got in that position for a date.
I don't know. I mean, they didn't connect on Too Hot to Handle, so why would
Yeah.
they connect on Perfect Match?
But if she didn't connect with anyone else, then the producers are probably gonna be like, "Well, you know who you should
Well,
choose."
you know who, like if you want to survive, maybe you guys could form an alliance, like do like a
Yeah.
Nick and Savannah type thing.
It's kinda what you have to do. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that could happen. I mean, Nigel's one of those guys where it's like, it's such an unknown to me because we didn't see him do anything.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like, this is so unusual to me to be rejected by 2 girls in one day because normally I do so well with girls, you know? That's basically what he said.
Right, right. Well,
And
if we
then,
have some push-up challenges, it looks like Nigel could be very good at them.
yeah. um, and then we get to Britain. Uh,
Britain!
Britain. Oh, I think I know who's going for Harry Jowsey.
Yeah.
She infamously dated Jake Paul.
Oh, well, yeah,
No,
this is definitely
no, I'm kidding. That would be
oh, that's
amazing,
too
though.
bad. That's too bad.
Yeah. She dated Jake Paul in London town. No, she is just with this one guy, James, for a long time, but James is a big rule follower and won't give in to
Wait,
like
this is Britain.
no, that's Brighton.
Brighton. Oh,
This is
oh,
gonna
here's
get too
Britain.
confusing. Yeah,
We got a Britain and a Brighton.
Britain's a lady. So Britain is with this one guy, James, on Too Hot to Handle for a long time, but he's lame and he's a big rule follower who won't give her any physical contact. Oh, I want the money. But it's like, you don't win on Too Hot to Handle by just being a rule follower the whole time. You have to break a lot of rules in the beginning and like lose everybody a lot of money. And then you have to like have a lot of growth, you have to play the game. You have to
Yeah,
blow a lot of money and then be like,
there's more to life than money. Sometimes it's about, touching a person.
yeah, you have
Yeah,
to like have sex, lose everybody $120,000, and then go, oh, I learned that sex is bad,
yeah.
and that I have to respect people by not having sex, and
And then
then
that's when all of a sudden your phone is ringing off the hook. Hello, Dancing with the Stars. Yeah, I guess I can come on there.
pretty much that's
Yeah,
how it works. It doesn't work if you don't break rules in the beginning, and they didn't realize that, and that's why they didn't win. But they
yeah.
thought that they would win if they just didn't. James thought they would win if they didn't touch the whole time. And at one point,
Mm,
she actually switches beds to be with somebody else for a night, but then she switches back to James. So I don't know. They broke
huh.
they broke up after the show.
Be bad. Hold a hand. You know what I mean? Walk down the beach holding hands, you bad, bad, bad contestants.
I'm afraid she's gonna get stuck in a boring relationship again and
Uh-oh.
not switch when she should. That's what I'm afraid of, Britain. She's gonna get stuck in an unperfect match when she could be finding true love, which is the purpose of this show, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
We should be finding true love on this show, right? True love, Ben.
A vacation back to Britain with Harry Jowsey.
Yeah, I mean this show is all about everybody's going to be wanting to be dating Harry Jowsey, right?
Right. And getting that vacation to London.
Yes, to London town, because that's where he lives.
So that Harry can show him around.
Yeah, I heard that moved.
I'll give a bit of a different view of the city. It's from above.
they
Hold
moved,
on tight.
They moved the Dancing with the Stars tour to England just for Harry.
I love it.
And the final Too Hot to Handle season, if you can believe it. Season 5, we're going to start with Christine, who was nominated for the biggest flirt by Netflix. When she shows up to Too Hot to Handle, it's like game on. She says she's a bottle girl who is here to bring the party. It's what she does.
That's what we like.
She says her mating call is hootie hootie hoo, and she's a 6'1" goddess, and her man better measure up. She talks about being there for dick, not friendship. During the show, she's constantly referred to as the horniest person in the retreat.
Wow. What a legend.
Yeah. And there's this guy, Louis, who was originally like partnered, who like everybody is fighting over. He ends up with someone else, and then she takes him down to the beach and seduces him to kiss her and break more rules. But then she ends up like very seriously like wanting to be emotional with him, and he kind of is like definitely a fuckboy, and she kind of gets walked all over by him, even though he clearly sucks. And it gets all like emotional, but she in the beginning was very fun and like definitely was trying to like she's very like sexual.
You're saying she went from hootie hoo to hootie hoo.
Exactly.
Wow.
But in the beginning, very fun and definitely good casting.
Great. I'm excited about her then.
Yeah.
She's going to stir some shit up, I hope.
Oh, for sure.
Good.
Next from season 5, we have Elise. Elise is the winner of Too Hot to Handle season 5. So much growth, Ben. A changed woman.
Wow.
She got herself to a nunnery. She put on a chastity belt. No more sex ever. Will not be calling a locksmith anytime soon. She calls herself an adrenaline junkie and a ski instructor. She started skiing when she was only 3 months old. This is very important information. She says she has always been a wild child. She has an inner lip tattoo that says "duck off." Very cool. Maybe her and Steven can connect on their cool tattoos.
That's cool. Yeah.
And she tells us in her intro,
Big Mighty Ducks fan, I assume.
Yeah, that's what it is. This is what she says in her intro. This is just kind of, just telling you what she's kind of like, at least in the beginning when she's fun. A direct quote, she says, "I have a bangin' pair of tits, double D." Okay. This is how she's marketing herself.
Yes. Well, you top of the resume. You got to put...
I didn't say that. She did.
Okay. Gotcha.
Originally, she's with one guy, and then she switches it to another guy, but then she's loyal to him the rest of the time, and they fall in love, and they say, "I love you," and they become boyfriend and girlfriend. But she becomes the sole winner, and then she splits it with another person, and she's like, "I've changed now. I respect other people, and I'm amazing, blah, blah, blah."
Well, throw that respect out the window.
Yeah, can you be the fun skier that tells people to duck off?
Yeah.
Can you lose your growth? Let's go.
Quack.
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 Quack. Yeah. That's what we want.
Yeah.
Please.
Oh, she sounds fun. I just, I don't want the whole growth thing. I've had enough of growth. Yeah,
no growth. Degrow. Wilt.
The only growth I want to see is in Harry Jowsey's
trousers.
So make it happen.
Let's get to Surviving Paradise with Justin.
What's that? Huh?
Surviving Paradise.
Paradise.
You don't know about Surviving Paradise?
It's Netflix's biggest hit show, obviously.
Yeah. So, do you want to explain Surviving Paradise real quick?
Do you explain it? I'm not gonna.
Ben, do you want to explain it to the people?
I do not. I do not.
Ben, tell everybody about your favorite show, Surviving Paradise, that you've watched a couple times.
Well, it's about people who survive in paradise.
Okay, so this is Surviving Paradise. So basically, everybody comes and they're partying in a villa, and then they're like, no, you're getting exiled to live outside of the villa, and then people live in the woods. And then slowly, people earn their way to live back in the villa. But then people sometimes get voted to live outside of the villa in exile in the woods. But you want to be in the villa, and you want to end up in the villa at the end, because that's how you win the money. And like, it's kind of strategic because it's the first season. These people haven't watched strategy before. It's mostly about being emotional and being a good person. But like, there's some strategy, and it's kind of just like, you know, when you're in the villa, you're having a good time and partying. But when you're in the woods, you're like surviving and, you know, like eating shitty food, and you can like hear the people in the villa partying, and you're kind of like going back and forth. The show was like not very good because it was its first season. Maybe it has some promise. Netflix just
like
doesn't.
that UK Studio Lambert show where it's like you're either the worker or the executive, and
But that
you're up
show,
in the penthouse, you know, or you're down grinding it out in the warehouse.
that show sounded a lot more interesting though. This show,
It was good.
I just don't think
name, but
Netflix doesn't put enough effort into these shows. They have good ideas, but I'm like, you're not doing enough.
Was it Studio Lambert that did Surviving Paradise?
I don't know who did it.
Okay.
But there were some really interesting, or there were a couple dynamic people on this show, and I was like, oh, is this the person that's going to be on it? And then when I heard it was Justin, I was a little confused. Now, Justin is very good looking, so I think that might be why.
Yeah. We got him up on the screen here.
He's a handsome.
He's got this swag. He's got the nice facial hair.
Yeah.
He got a shirt that's a little unbuttoned going down.
He has, like, at least on the show, no personality. He didn't really. He doesn't make
do a whole lot, huh?
He doesn't like make the final. He gets like voted out right before like the final round. He has like one kind of big moment, but he's not like a major character. He's in like a main alliance, but he's just not a big personality. I don't really know what to say about. He doesn't have a personality. I don't know what to tell you. You know, he's just kind of a dude. I don't know.
Maybe stuff was maybe he ended up on the cutting room floor for Surviving Paradise.
Maybe
he had some fun stuff, but
I hope.
Yeah. Trust in the casting. We're gonna
hope.
Trust.
I hope.
We're gonna trust. Let's hope it's not just because of his looks that he's on here. Let's hope he's got.
Let's hope.
Let's hope he stirs.
Maybe he dated Jake Paul or one of Jake Paul's girlfriends.
Yeah. Yes.
And maybe Harry especially requested it.
Maybe he boxed with Mike Tyson before.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Okay. Dated and Related, our favorite show.
If
you haven't seen this show, you don't need to watch it. It's not good. We tried to recap it. We failed.
Kind of rough. Yeah, kind of a rough show. It was like the problem with Dated and Related was it felt like they cast one person and then they were like, do you have a sibling? Because half the cast was like pretty good. But then like the siblings were like pretty boring.
Yes, but even some of the sibling pairs after watching the whole show were like really boring.
It got tired.
The people that they brought in though are like okay. One of the people that they cast is very good, and we'll talk about him first. Actually, well, you have Kaz up, right? We can talk about Kaz.
Okay, let's talk Kaz.
So Kaz comes in with his twin brother Kieran.
Yes.
Kaz is actually the winner of Dated and Related because he immediately ends up with Diana, and he's just loyal to her the whole time. In episode 8, they become boyfriend girlfriend. But I will, stipulate that it was only after it's revealed that a couple will win the $100,000 prize and not a sibling pair.
Oh, that's when they decided to
become boyfriend girlfriend.
Okay.
It's very funny. The show, everybody thinks that a sibling pair is going to win, potentially, and then they reveal that a couple is going to win, and everybody's romances really ramp up.
Yeah, of course.
Him and Diana were very solid, but I don't know if they would have become boyfriend girlfriend.
I don't know. Maybe they just realized all of a sudden that they were meant for each other.
Hey, I would have done the same thing.
Yeah, of course.
So
you got to get that free vacation.
So, I mean, he's a nice guy. He's charming, but there wasn't a lot of like messiness going on. He's just, kind of funny.
What I remember about him was that he was like the honey to all the flies on the season. Like everybody was attracted to him. Everybody was interested in Kaz. So it'll be interesting to see if that's going to be the case again. If everybody's wanting to date Kaz.
Well, he's British. He has the accent too. He's attractive, and he's very like stable and like emotionally soft. He's more like he's not like a wild card. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, he dated Jake Paul, so that's cool.
Yeah, he did date Jake Paul. Yeah. But let's get to Chris. Chris, I was actually very excited about. So Chris and his cousin enter the house. They're one of the original pairs. Oh, if you don't know the concept of dated and related, real quick.
I remember Chris. Yes.
Yeah. If you don't know the concept of dated and related, it's everybody comes into the house with somebody that they're related to. They're not dating the person they're related to. You're dating other people, but everybody enters the house with someone you're related to. And then occasionally you vote off one of the related pairs because you don't think that they're invested enough. That's basically just the premise of the show. Anyway, Chris is he's
a Jersey boy, first off.
Yeah, he is a Jersey boy. And him and his cousin, they call each other Jack Efron and Chad Pitt. They really kind of overestimate their looks a little bit.
Which is right there. That's all. Like, that's everything you need to know about these two. Really.
There's a little bit more.
Yeah.
They call each other Italian lover boys, and they say they're excited to meet some exotic women. A phrase you should really be using in 2023, 2024. And this is their motto.
The less fucks you give, the more fucks you get.
The less fucks you give, the more fucks you get.
This is, who this is reminding me of?
Us.
Jake and Logan Paul.
Oh, yes, Jake and Logan Paul.
Yes.
Not us.
Just say it. This is, this is right up their alley.
At the time of filming Dated and Related, he had allegedly had sex with 85 people. That was I don't know.
He got the count, does he?
He had the count. Well, they asked him.
And he pulled out his notebook and he started.
Well, they asked his cousin in like a game, and his cousin wrote 85, and everybody was like, ooh.
Yeah.
I just like that the cousin knew the count.
Yes. So
we don't I'm not going to slut shame here.
No, not at all. Not at all. Hopefully the producers have plenty of contraceptive.
Yeah, that was my thought too.
Hopefully they have that stocked up there. Plenty.
He makes no connections. He really fails, and they get voted out episode 6. His cousin actually does better than him. But this is good casting. This guy is hilarious.
I remember.
This guy's hilarious.
I remember him. He is a wild card.
They are so
huge
funny.
Personality. Yes.
I wish they both had been brought in.
Both. Yeah.
Because they supported each other. Like that's the funny thing about like bros, and also like they're also like Italians.
They're
so
like each other's wingmans the whole time.
They're in wingmans, but they also like love each other, and they really support each other in like this almost beautiful way. They're like, I'm gonna get you this action, bro, and like I love you so much, and like I'll always be there for you. You're my brother, like it's like they kiss each other on the mouth and stuff. It's really beautiful.
Yeah.
They don't actually do it, but like you could see them doing it in like this very platonic, loving way. It's really amazing.
I think he's gonna be a huge star this season. I really do.
I do.
He was in the minor leagues for Dated and Related. Now he's up to the majors for Perfect Match.
We're like Charmeleons, man. We're gonna adapt in this environment.
Charmeleon.
He did not do Charmeleon.
I did the Charmeleon soundbite, but he said we're Charmeleons. This guy is great.
I love that.
I'm getting family vibes.
There you are. The last person we have is Alara. She's from Cyprus. She came in episode 3 with her brother. She says she wishes she could put her brother's personality into a tall, handsome man.
Red flags. My God. Okay, so let's get the brother on Perfect Match as well, shall we? See what happens.
When she comes into the house, Kieran, Kaz's twin, is loyally with Nina, Diana's sister, and Diana is the woman who Kaz is with.
Okay. I vaguely remember her, yes.
But Alara doesn't care and goes after Kieran immediately. But Kieran is very loyal to Nina, but eventually thinks that Nina is muggy, so, eventually Alara gets what she wants because she is persistent. But they only really get together after it is revealed that a couple will win the $100,000 prize and not a sibling pair.
Sounds about right. Yeah. So what you're saying is she knows what she needs to do to win.
Well, she was into him from the beginning. I think that he might have switched things up.
Yes.
But I think that they did date after the show. I think that there was some interest, but I think that the money...
Will she get a proposal on Perfect Match? That's the question.
No.
How many proposals will we get on Perfect Match? That's the real question.
I'm not sure if anybody is as low as Joey Sasso.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
That was so low.
Yes. As we later found from post-game interviews, not a single one of those people voting bought it. Not a single one.
It was cruel. It was.
To who?
To Carousel.
Yeah, but Carousel was in on it. Come on.
No, she wasn't.
It sounded like she was.
No.
Based on the post-game interviews we did with people, they made it seem like it was a team effort on that.
No, that's not how I remember it.
That's how I remember it from.
That's not how I remember it. She was not in on it. People didn't buy that Joey felt that way.
I don't know. I remember it differently.
No, she did not know when they called
if
her
that's
dad.
The case, then that's terrible. But I think from one of our interviews in particular, I think she was.
No, I don't think she was, which is so sad.
Go back to our interview with Nick.
I will.
Yes.
We'll clip it. Let's get to Squid Game with...
Oh, all right.
Brighton,
not Britain.
But why don't you talk about Brighton?
Well, Brighton, he was clearly the guy that Netflix wanted to feature on Squid Game. From the beginning, he got, hands down, I'd say the most airtime of anyone else. He's cocky. He's a good-looking guy. And kind of a dick. Kind of comes
He's an asshole. An asshole.
Ass, yeah. But good TV regardless. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. Number 432, baby. I think he talked about being like God's gift to things.
Yes.
Like he's like it's being created in God's image and things, very
he was kind of a bit of a bully at times, I remember.
Oh,
too.
definitely.
Yeah. I think, to be fair though, not to be fair, but he knew he was a featured player on the show. He was absolutely playing up his shit, and he knew that he was going to be on, one of the biggest players on that show. So the guy knows what to do in the spotlight.
I would say
he reminds me of Chase in many ways.
Yeah. I think Chase is less of an asshole, though.
Yes, Chase was less mean-spirited for sure.
Yeah, I don't think Chase is like mean. Like I never got
not mean, no, but definitely knows when the camera's on him. Let's say that.
Yeah. I mean, Chase won most likely to stir the pot, and I didn't go, that's bullshit, go
yes.
I think with Brighton, what happened was I was kind of rooting against him, even though I like villains a lot, but I was kind of I wasn't rooting for him. And then there was this moment where it flipped for me, because I was a lot of these people on the show are really boring and they're not featuring them well. And he is one of the only people that is actually playing the game very strategically and well. And these people don't really know what they're doing, and he does. Yes. And a lot of people were giving up.
He had no tact.
He didn't. And a lot of people were giving up in the face of adversity, and he wasn't. Yes. And he was
he really truly was the same archetype of character as the villain character in Squid Game, the long-haired, sort of rough guy who was creating alliances and bullying other people. He stepped into that role perfectly.
Yeah.
Yes. But it was entertaining. It's entertaining.
When he lost in Battleship, it was epic. It was awesome. When he shook hands, was all right, let's go down, and they died. Oh my god.
Yes.
So
I cried.
Oh, dude, I'm still not. I'm crying right now. You just can't see it. So he'll be good. He'll be
he's gonna be a huge
douche. Oh yeah, and douchebag.
Yes.
I wonder what his connection to Jake Paul is.
It's got to be something.
Yeah.
No. Maybe Jake Paul did a Squid Game video like Mr. Beast did. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Let's get to The Mole Season 1 / Perfect Match Season 1.
Our boy.
We got rom-com Dom.
What's the goal? Complete the mission. Find the mole. Who the mole? I don't know. If I don't know, I'm going home.
Oh, God.
How do you like this guy, guys? He's so corny.
They're all obsessed with it. All of our listeners, too, obsessed with him. And I don't get it.
You're twisted. There's something wrong with you.
I don't understand it. Not even a little. So boring. When I see Dom on screen, I try and find the nearest pillow right away so that I don't fall and hit my head on something hard, because I know I'm going to pass out and go to sleep really quickly.
Dom's a little bitch.
What? I didn't say that. Francesca did.
That was all Francesca.
Yeah, so Dom was on crop top Dom. Dom was on The Mole Season 1. And
you call me Double Down Dom.
He was Double Down Dom. He was he lost pretty early because he couldn't figure out who the mole was, even though it was really obvious. And then they gave an opportunity for him to be saved by everybody else on the show when he was
one of the greatest moments, honestly, in the whole season of The Mole.
He's locked inside of a car and he needs answer to what's the capital of New Mexico or something? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it was something stupid like that.
Something. What's the capital of New Mexico?
It's an easy geographical question.
What's the capital of New York? Or something like
that. Cooperstown.
Something like that. And he needs the answer, and everybody votes if they're going to save him. And they're like, no, we don't want to hear any more mole raps. We can't do. He keeps saying he's in love with all of us. We just can't deal with this.
Yes, I get it. It's honestly like taking a NyQuil every time he's around, every time he speaks. I'm just so exhausted. I'm tired.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
So they don't save him, but they decided to bring him back for Perfect Match.
And he becomes the
Season
star.
1.
He's the star of Perfect Match.
Why me? Like, of all people.
I asked the same thing last season.
Yeah, I just don't.
I want to have aphrodisiacs and treat her to a nice dinner. I need that if I want to take this to the next level.
Yeah, like I just need these aphrodisiacs. Okay.
Such a normal thing to say. Hey, would you like to go on a date with me? I was thinking we could go out for some aphrodisiacs and a nice dinner.
I need them because otherwise I can't get it up.
Got to get some aphrodisiacs. The waiter comes up to their table. What can I get you guys to start? Some aphrodisiacs.
Every aphrodisiac on the menu, please.
Fucking bro science.
Okay. So Dom comes in and he's instantly, everybody's going after Francesca. And she is in a relationship in real life and doesn't want to have sex with anyone. And she knows that if she picks Dom, he will be the least likely to really push it. So she picks Dom.
Yep.
Pretty much, right?
Pretty much. And everyone's like, why him? Why him? But it's like, well, she's got a boyfriend at home. So
yeah, so that's why.
Yeah.
So so Francesca is with Dom, and then Francesca goes, well, what will make the best TV moment?
yeah.
And Francesca goes, oh, if I switch from Dom to Damien, and Dom's heart gets broken, you know, and it's very sad. And he talks about leaving the show.
Why me? Like, of all people.
Now,
but then
he has a chest tattoo too on this photo.
Yeah, I think it says
it's not about coming soon or late.
Are you sure? I think it says come too soon.
Come too soon. That might have been, that might be it.
Yeah.
It's got a little shark here eating someone. I don't like that.
Wow. So he leaves. So then he's about to leave, but then he talks to Georgia, and Georgia says, you should stay and we should couple up. And then he instantly falls in love with her. It's very genuine.
Very genuine. Yes. They're madly in love.
They're madly in love. And then they win Perfect Match, and we already explained what happened then.
Yes. So
why do
they won but they won because of a spite vote, essentially. Because they all thought Joey was pathetic for the proposal.
Yeah.
And so, yes, congratulations, Dom and Georgia.
Inez was in love with him too, right?
Yeah, he had many suitors. Yes,
because he's such a romantic. He's so genuine.
Yes, and they all had boyfriends at home.
So. Yeah, that was a big thing too. Everyone had
very safe. You know, he's just a safe pick because he's not.
Yeah.
He's not going
to want to have sex.
He won't try. Yeah, that's pretty much.
Well, there were no aphrodisiacs on the island. They didn't have oysters and red wine. They were just giving them hard liquor.
Production removed all the aphrodisiacs.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. Finally, we're getting to our bread and butter. Love is Blind. Woo! Let's start with season 4, and let's get to Micah.
You crazy bitch.
You crazy bitch. It's Micah.
Mardi Gras.
Loser.
Okay, so make sure to hand this girl a cocktail right when she gets there, right?
I hope that they didn't shoot during Mardi Gras. Otherwise, everyone's getting roasted. If you guys take out your Mardi Gras wear, she's gonna fucking tear you apart.
The shit out of you. Yeah.
Yep. So,
will we get another Calvin this season who comes on in the 3-piece suit?
Please.
We'll see.
Micah was the mean girl in the pods. Her and Irina, very mean. We stan. She ended up with a serial killer named Paul on the show. Paul infamously blindsided her at the altar. He turned her down, said
called
no.
her an unfit mother.
Yeah, he
So-
called her unfit mother. For some reason, the internet went against Micah, and besides us
Again,
and besides us and Vanessa Lachey.
yes, pretty much. I'm guessing all the same people that like Dom.
Yeah. They sided with a serial killer, Ben.
That's right. It's messed up.
Yeah.
Also, it should be noted, they tried to get Paul's mom first onto Perfect Match, but
Yeah.
instead they had to get Micah because Paul's mom said no. So
You're marrying your mom.
But yeah, Micah, from the previews, looks like she's down to clown body shots. I hope her means she's trying to pretend to be nice. I hope she's mean to people.
Yeah,
I
I
hope
don't
she
want
gets an
them pretending to
Irina.
be nice crap. Come on.
I hope she just gets she just needs to get drunk.
Yes.
You crazy bitch.
When she gets drunk, she's
Crazy
a blast.
That,
I hope she finds her Shelby, her best friend Shelby. They get
yeah,
wasted.
okay. Biggest mistake ever not casting Shelby on this show.
Yeah.
Very disappointing.
She just needs her girls. We know that her and Jess become friends, which is great.
Yes.
2 girls.
We got to try and get Shelby on this season.
I know. We'll see if we can.
We're going to try. We're going to try.
Let's move on to
Yeah, baby.
Izzy. Izzy's in the house.
Yeah, baby.
Mr. Leonardo DiCaprio himself.
Izzy, Globe Life Insurance salesman. Izzy, infamously was
representing Globe Life on Netflix, by the way.
What is he famous for? He had a lot of debt. He had no real plates in his apartment.
He was treated like a chimney sweep.
He was treated like a chimney sweep because he couldn't fly first class.
Yeah.
And he had a lost and found in his apartment for hookups that he proudly showed to his fiance.
Yes, not the wisest move, but great TV.
He just wanted to be raw with everything, okay?
Yes. And probably one of the best post-alter interviews we've had on Love is Blind, where he compared his relationship to the Titanic.
I was at the gym and I saw Titanic pop up on the TV, and that's what I picture love being. It's just like unconditional, doesn't matter. And that's the whole point of this. Does it matter? Does a credit score matter? Does a car I drive matters? Where I go to fucking dinner matter? None of that matters to me. It makes me wonder, why are you 33 and single and not married? I'm 29 years old and I can give you everything that a fucking rich 45-year-old man that you always go for and always fell with can't give you. I'm sad.
I'm sad.
I'm sad. You know what would be the cruelest thing the producers could do to Izzy on this show would be they're all assigning the rooms to all the contestants, and then to Izzy they go, "You're on the beach. We've got a tent for you."
What's weird is that she told him that she was going to say no too.
He was holding out hope.
Yeah, he was holding out hope.
Just like Leo was holding out hope when the Titanic went down.
That she would let him on that fucking door,
Yeah, and Stacey was not going to let Izzy on that tour.
I love that his idea of love is him drowning. It's like, isn't that basically what happened?
What movie do we think he will get his comparison for this season?
All right, so it has to be a movie where he's with a rich person and he dies. So what is that?
He's with a rich person and he dies.
Does Oliver die at the end of Oliver?
I don't know. I was going to suggest Shrek at first, but
I think Shrek is probably pretty appropriate.
Layers,
Yeah.
Oh, hello there.
Yeah, I think definitely Shrek is there.
He's just from the swamp,
Yeah.
He wants to marry someone from Neverland.
Should we get to season 6?
Let's do it.
Well, I think Izzy, I don't think anything's going to last because Izzy posts his girlfriend all the time and she's not from Perfect Match. Spoiler alert. Sorry. But, sad. Jess. Wow.
Style icon.
Yeah, look at this leopard print one piece with the window in the middle. What
Yes.
style?
I like the window is like in the shape of like one of those. It's like a church window.
Yeah, that's the thing, like a stained glass window.
Yes, very cool.
Yes.
You can see
wow.
why she won style icon.
Yes. Jess infamously came on to Love Is Blind as a mother and was looking for a husband, and she set her eyes on Below King Jimmy with the juice.
Yeah.
And Jimmy led her on so hard. And when it didn't work out, she tore him to shreds.
Yes.
When you see and realize what you missed out on, you are going to choke. You're going to choke. You are going to need your EpiPen to open up your airways because you are going to be in disbelief of what you missed out on. Thank you for the experience. And truly, Jimmy, God bless you.
Oh my
God. God.
So
bless
quotable. I can recite that whole thing.
I can- yeah.
EpiPen.
Word
God
for
bless
word.
you.
I do it in the mirror every night.
God bless you.
God bless you.
God bless you, Jimmy.
I hope every contestant pack their EpiPens because it's going to be quite the season.
I just want to make it very clear. She is a girl's girl and not a pick-me. I just want to make it very clear to all of our listeners.
That's good. I hope they put the disclaimer on the screen too.
Yeah, well, she should get it tatted.
Yeah, right on the chest.
Well, there's room right in the window, like right above her belly, right above her belly button, the window on this bikini.
Yeah, I really think she should get like a tattoo, like a stained glass tattoo there.
Yeah, that would be
like
cool.
an angel with wings or something.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe a millipede too.
Really looks like a church window.
You could fit a millipede there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. A millipede that climbed through the window.
Yeah.
Are we going to get any letters of expression of love from Jess this season to some of our male contestants?
She wrote a letter to her future husband that she had Jimmy read. It was very mature and not
You think she packed
odd.
it? You think she packed that?
She definitely packed it.
Letters from Autumn to her future father.
Yes,
maybe?
Autumn, her daughter. 100%. Now there were a lot of photos that have leaked of her and Harry Jowsey dating. I wonder if it happened here. You know?
Oh, yes.
Who knows? Maybe it happened afterwards.
Well, was there a nice sandy beach in the background?
I won't comment, but yes.
Okay. Okay. And we also saw photos of her with someone else too last season.
We did?
Yes, but we haven't gotten to that person yet. He's also season 6, Love Is Blind.
We saw her with Trevor?
Yes, we did.
Ooh.
Yes, we did.
Oh my god.
Literally, my heart is in my butt.
Oh my god.
Spoiler alert, folks. I think that could be 2 potential matches that we have.
Wow.
Yes. So we shall see.
Wow. Well, let's get with anything else about Jess. You know, I think that
I think she's gonna do well on this show.
Yeah.
I think she will be one of the final couples in contention for the big prize.
She knows how to play the reality game. She'll be fine.
Absolutely. Yep.
She'll make drama. She'll do her thing. Trevor. Wow. You know, the only thing I can say about Trevor is
He's beefy. That's a beefcake right there.
that's all I can say about him.
Now, do we think is this going to be him searching for a redemption arc the same way that Shane was? Although this was shot before I think he realized he was going to be outed as the villain.
Yeah. Well,
during the reunion for Love Is Blind.
Is Trevor going to be mainly edited out of the show?
It's a good question. They didn't reveal him at the Love is Blind reunion as one of the contestants who was going to be on Perfect Match, which is not a good indicator for him being on the show much. Having said that, if he is dating someone like Jess, they're going to show it. They got to show him on the show, but could be greatly reduced.
Yeah, unless he got like LC'd. You know what I'm talking about? Like he's like,
Yes.
yeah. I mean, I bet like he has to be on the show somewhat, but it could be very like, mitigated.
It could be. Yeah.
So in case you don't know, just in case, Trevor was on Love is Blind season 6. He comes in, he acts like a very sweet guy, says his ideal date is watching The Notebook and doing sweet things like that. He pursues Chelsea and he says things like,
Chelsea is also the name of my dog.
Who is apparently he left at home dying of cancer. And Chelsea turns out choosing somebody else and he appears heartbroken. Well, it comes out while the show is airing, like over a year later, that he had a girlfriend at home at the time who he was telling, I'm just going on the show to get famous. None of this matters. But he turns out breaking up with that girlfriend and kind of like blackmailing the girlfriend and saying, like, if you blow this up, like, I'm going to release pictures of you and stuff like that, allegedly.
A lot of shitty behavior.
Yeah, a lot of shitty behavior.
And having said that, this all this drama happened after this was filmed. So none of the other contestants probably had an idea on Perfect Match that he was this shitty of a guy. So he may be keeping up the same facade that he was on Love is Blind. We don't know.
We don't know, but it kind of, rumor has it that he'll be not super featured in the show.
Okay.
Who knows? Let's get to the Ultimatum season 1, where our boy Jake is there.
Yes, it's been a while.
A long time.
Jake, but Jake was one of the best characters in the history of the Ultimatum, I would say.
He's hilarious.
Very good character. He cannot handle his alcohol very well. That's one thing I remember about him. That could get him into some trouble here.
Yes. So he was actually on the other side of a love triangle with Perfect Match season 1 cast member Zay, if you remember him. He was only on briefly. He got like kind of left alone the first night. So Jake broke up with his girlfriend April on the Ultimatum and attempted to make things work with Zay's girlfriend Ray after the show, but it never worked out. At the end of that show, him and Ray met in the woods and Netflix gave them an envelope with tickets to anywhere in the world.
Yes, which clearly they never used. Yeah.
Nobody ever uses them. Because then Ray went to tape a podcast with Harry Jowsey, and that's what happened.
These things happen.
Jake basically spent like so much of the show complaining to April about how she dragged him on the show, and he was just really angry. He's like, I never wanted to come on the show.
Yes,
because he didn't. But it's
almost instantly in the first episode. Even he was kicking and screaming.
Apparently he said afterwards that he wanted to go on a cruise and propose to April. But then the show was booked for the same time and April wanted to get famous.
That tracks.
Yeah.
That does track.
But it is funny that then he ended up on another reality show.
Yes.
But once you get a taste of it, you just can't.
You can't go back.
No.
It's a normal life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, do we think that Jake, because of his name, is that going to attract Harry in any way? Just because of his name alone. Do we
Jake, does that mean you're related to Jake Paul? Is that how it works in America? Mate?
Your surname is the first name.
Is that how it works in America land?
Do you do any of the YouTube videos?
Or do you work in the manufacturing of Prime? Energy hydration drink with the Paul brothers? Do you collect the Pokemon cards with Logan? You box.
I really like Jake. I think Jake is. I
Jake,
hope
wait, Jake Paul or this
not
one?
Jake Paul. I want to go on
Jake
record.
Paul.
I don't like
You
Jake
love
Paul.
the Paul
Look,
brothers.
I really hope
I'm
that,
trying to cloud chase right now. Paul brothers, you come on the podcast anytime.
yes,
Come on,
Reality Alert.
come on, talk about all the stuff
We'll
you
talk
guys
Pokemon.
like.
We'll
Pokemon.
get Milton from season 5. Love is Blind.
Yeah,
We'll
check out
talk
Pokemon and boxing and Bitcoin.
boxing,
NFTs.
boxing and unboxing Pokemon.
Yes, NFTs, scamming people, all the cool stuff.
Very fun.
Yes.
No, I'm excited for Jake this season, though. I think he's going to provide a lot of entertainment. I hope he sticks around. I hope that he doesn't have a freak out experience at the beginning and wants to leave right away.
Yeah, I can see him being a sourpuss too, but I don't know. Or he'll just fall in love really quickly.
Yes. I hope he falls in love quickly.
Sometimes sad boy energy can be very sexy, and I feel like that could work out for him.
Yes. People like to try and say that the emo days are over, but no, people still like the emos. They still like the emos. That's why Dom was so popular last season.
I know.
So we'll see.
Oh, Ben. We got to talk about Xanthi.
Xanthi.
Our girl Xanthi from The Circle season 5.
There we go.
She is Greek, chic, and feminique, and from Boston, according to her Instagram bio. Yes. She's a model. When she first entered The Circle, she used real pictures, but said she was a preschool teacher. She got blocked, and so did Brett, who was also on Big Brother.
Did not play the game great by herself, but
but when
as
they
a team,
they were put on. When they were blocked, they got put on a team together, and they catfished as Jennifer, a 51-year-old dog trainer, and they did a very good job.
Very good job, and it made me like Xanthi more when she was in that team setting.
Yes.
All right. Correct.
If you can't tell from the soundbite, she's very loud.
Yes. She's going to be peaking a lot on our...
Oh my God!
Very loud.
Yes.
But she's very fun. She's very out there. I think she'll bring a lot of energy.
Oh, yes. Definitely. She's going to be a blast on the show.
There was definitely
casting.
sexual / romantic tension with Brett going on.
Yeah, there was.
On Instagram, she was always like, Brett's just the homie, though. That's what she would say. Brett's the homie. We never got any confirmation if anything happened, but there definitely was.
Yes. We love to speculate that they got married.
Right? Yeah, I think they probably got married. They're probably still married based on the fact that people on Instagram just go... on a Perfect Match, just go on with in relationships all the time.
Now I am seeing a tattoo here, but I don't believe it's her come time.
I think it says "I come slowly."
It says I-X
in Greek.
XXXXXI. So could that be code for coming early? I don't know. I'm not a code breaker. Okay, so. But she's got a nice little cross necklace that could go well in Jess's window. So maybe they'll share.
Do we think we will get good squealing out of her? If people are unfamiliar, this is Xanthi squealing. I really hope
not a wild boar running on the beach in Perfect Match. No.
If we get a squeal competition, she should win, or
she should win.
A drill competition.
It should be in the bag. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although Dom's been known to squeal quite a bit. So who knows? Maybe he'll give her a run for her money.
The drama, baby.
Let's get to our final Perfect Match contestant, Tolu from The Trust. So this is how The Trust works. Basically, it's a very open-ended kind of show, but not. So basically, I forget the full amount of money. Let's just say $200,000. There's $200,000, and every so often they bring everyone in the show into a room and they say, if you guys wish, you can vote people out of the trust.
Okay. Gotcha.
And everybody's in a trust for the money. But if everybody decides not to, you can say, I am not going to vote. And the voting is secret. And there's going to be a certain amount of vote offs. So everybody could theoretically, throughout the entire game, never vote anybody out and just split the money between I don't know how many original contestants were. Let's say there's 12. So they could split it's $250,000. These could be they could split the $250,000 12 ways.
Okay. So even aspects from traders a little bit, where the traders could decide if they want to vote each other out to get more money for themselves versus splitting it with each other.
Yes, but there are no traders. Everybody is on the same page, and theoretically, everybody could just split the money. But otherwise,
you wouldn't get as much because the cut goes down.
Yes, but otherwise, there's no rules and there's no exact strategy. Now, throughout the game, there's sometimes things where they bring you into the vault, and it's if you do this thing, they give you temptations, or people have options to steal from the vault, and a lot of there's half of the people were playing strategically, but half of the people were highly moralistic about it.
Right.
And it's kind of, and some people came from more money and some people didn't. I mean, even one person was a secret millionaire and was 22 years old because they came for money, and then they revealed it. And some people were like, well, that shouldn't affect anything because we like them. And some people were like, well, I don't really come from money and my parents are immigrants. Fuck that. Let's get them out of here.
Some people were value-based voting a little bit.
Yes.
Interesting. Rather than just being that's my alliance. I know they're solid. They're not going to try and vote me out.
Some people were like, we like each other. Why don't we just all split the money?
Yes. Interesting.
So there were some interesting things.
Was she one of those people?
She was strategic.
Good.
And she said she was willing to play the villain card.
Awesome.
A lot of people on the internet really dislike her. She's very divided.
As we know, people on the internet are stupid.
So. I quite like her. She is very opinionated, and she thinks with her heart, and I think that she is sometimes hypocritical, but she's also willing to apologize, which I think is very rare for reality TV.
That's cool. Yeah.
And I think that she came there to make money, and she instantly formed an alliance to get people out, and people just came in with different things. And, even the people on the side that were playing the more moralistic game, the second that they found out that there were alliances, it's funny because a couple of them were military, and then they were immediately we gotta man up and fucking figure this shit. They got into fucking game mode, and they were let's unite and fucking do this shit.
Honor be damned. Yes.
Yeah, they were let's do it. I was well, of course. Now you're gonna game, and then it was on. But I mean, there was interesting stuff going on with the show. It just feels underdeveloped because it's Netflix. But there was interesting things on the show. But I thought that Tolu is a very compelling character, and she's always willing to speak her mind and always willing to call
someone who's still self-aware that you are there to provide entertainment.
Yes,
I like that. That's
but
good.
Also not very. She does not really care about how she's perceived.
Good. I love
and she I just like this quote from EW. She says, I'm a good person. I just play a good game. Y'all can sit around and try to play hunky-dory bullshit, this big kumbaya happy family, but I don't know you folk, and y'all don't know me. They threw around the word family way too loosely. I don't even know your last name. You're strangers to me, and I came here for a goal. I want to leave with the most amount of money possible to take back home to my family, to my actual family, to my parents. I'm not going to sit around and wait to be shot at, period. So that was kind of her thing going into it. But yeah, she's willing to call people out on her
She's
bullshit.
going to bring a big shoebox full of wedding rings, I think. She's going to be ready to propose to every single person on Perfect Match. That's what I take from that quote.
No, that's not what she's going to do.
No. She wants to win this thing.
Oh, you think like that?
Yes.
No, I just think that like if someone screws her over, she will call them out. If someone screws someone else over, Tolu will call them out. If someone does something wrong,
Someone fake proposes.
yes, if Tolu sees an injustice, Tolu will not let that slide. And Tolu is very loyal to her friends and will go to battle for them even if she doesn't have all of the information.
I think we found our Captain America of the NRU.
Yes, Tolu is very loyal. So Tolu will go for them. She's a very great character. So I think it was very good casting. I'm excited.
I'm excited for her then. Yes.
Yeah.
Very excited.
Yeah, she's cool. So that wraps up our cast reveal. I think we got through everyone. I think we should have a good cast. I mean, we have a few unknowns here.
Yeah.
But otherwise, we have Harry Jowsey.
It's pretty solid. I think the other people that I wish that they might have cast would have been I would have liked to have seen Shelby. I would have liked to have potentially seen Shane again, but I know Shane is a big wild card that Netflix doesn't want to touch right now.
Sal's roommate Caesar from Love Is Blind.
Sal's roommate Caesar. Danielle's mom Wendy.
Yeah. Paul's mom, of course.
Paul's mom, which she tried but couldn't make
it. I mean, Mike is pretty much the same thing.
It's the same thing.
No, I mean, I think with this cast, there's so many too out to handle people. I just think that they had a hard time casting people, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, one person from the circle. I think that they probably would have had more people from. I mean, just like
we never had a season. Do we have a season 5 Love Is Blind person? I don't think we do.
We have season 5. We have Izzy.
That's right. But man, Uche would have been an interesting pick. Although maybe Uche just flat out said no.
Yeah, I just think that they would. I mean, they definitely would have had more Love Is Blind people if they could have. You know what I'm talking about? Like they would have had people.
A lot of times people say no. Like I remember Giannina was originally supposed to be on the first Perfect Match, and she said no.
Yeah,
because I think she had gotten into a recent relationship with her now baby daddy. So.
I mean, it's hard because these shows are like marriage based and people get married on them. So the big stars from them literally end up in marriages.
Yes.
Or they're really after serious relationships. So if they don't end up married, they end up in a serious relationship.
Yeah.
And not everyone is willing to fake break up.
When I was watching season 5, I was really hoping Lydia and Milton wouldn't get married just so that we could get them on Perfect.
Yeah,
they would have been great contestants. But this is, like you said, it's the nature of the game. A lot of these people are very seriously looking for relationships, and they're not available for Perfect Match.
Yeah, and then it's like the people from like The Circle and like these other shows, even like Surviving Paradise, like The Trust and like these other shows, which they're not that popular, so not that big of a deal. Yeah. Like they're competition shows. Like these people don't want to go on Perfect Match. Like we interview them and they're like, I don't want to kiss people on TV.
Yes. Yep.
So the Too Hot to Handle people are kind of like the ripest for it because it's the most similar show.
You know who else I would have wanted? Would have been Vanessa from Ultimatum Queer Love. Vanessa is pansexual. I think it could have worked out.
Yeah.
To get Vanessa on there. She's such a good character, very enthusiastic. I think she would have been great. It's too bad, but it's how it goes.
I know. I thought you were going to say Vanessa Lachey. I mean, that would have been great.
Not Vanessa Lachey. Well,
Vanessa Lachey.
Another Melinda situation on her.
They could have gone on a break.
Yes.
She could have been. I mean, if Melinda can do it, why not Vanessa?
Yes. I mean, she is looking for work now that NCIS Hawaii is.
I know, exactly.
Yeah.
But I guess this was filmed previously.
Yes. Do we think that Perfect Match season 3? I know this is looking way far ahead. We think Vanessa is going to be co-host with Nick now
I
that
hope so.
NCIS is done.
I hope so. It'd be great for her to bother the Perfect Match people about having babies. Give me babies. I know you just met each other for the first time. I want some babies.
A proposal is one thing on Perfect Match, but a positive pregnancy test. That's what gets the vacation. That's what seals the deal.
Yes.
Oh, Nicole in the chat has a great comment here. Sammy from Circle season 1.
Another baby.
Yes. Yep. And I believe Sammy was going to go on Perfect Match. Season
Yes, and
one,
then
but
she got pregnant, I
got
think.
pregnant. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
What could have been?
I know.
But hey, I like this cast a lot. I'm looking forward to this season. Obviously, we will be here next week covering the first batch of episodes, which is 6 episodes to start
Yes.
the season.
And in the meantime, you can check us out at patreon.com/reality alert. Best way to support the podcast too. But we are recapping the Ultimatum Queer Love on Monday. We're going to be recapping the finale and the reunion at patreon.com/reality alert. We've already recapped the first 8 episodes. And then starting next week, we're going to be doing our bonus episodes called Match Center. So after we've recapped the first 6 episodes of Perfect Match, you can check out our bonus episode where we are going to be recapping the social media. We're going to be giving out awards. We're going to be doing predictions and maybe playing some games. So the only way you can check that out is on the Patreon.
That's right.
Otherwise, subscribe and leave us some 5-star reviews and comments and stuff like that. We love hearing from you, and it is a great way to help us out.
Our voicemail is going to be active this season too, is it not?
Yeah, the voicemail will be active. So when that happens, you can call us at 1-804 Boys. That's 1-804-223-2697, 1-804 Boys, because we are bad
We like
boys.
to hear your feedback as well for the show. A lot of times we'll play your voicemails about Perfect Match this season.
Just keep them like a minute or something.
Yeah,
you know?
keep them tight.
Keep them tight.
Leave everybody wanting more. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. We will see you all very, very soon. Bye.
Bye.
It's the place you go when you finish your show. We're your 2 best friends. Our names are Max and Ben. We're self-proclaimed television experts. It's Reality Alert.